two. Down to one. It's Deans. Yes!
This ball is crushed.
MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling, linking paper like Phil. I'm on being so real, my rhymes convict and heal.
Stop being Captain Crunch.
One. Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I am your host, Tony Cook. I am joined today by a full cast. Let's go. We got Juan, big Juan. We got Corey. What up, Corey? What's going down? Young Steve's.
Going down. What
We
do
got
you do?
JP, Just Do It, Julian. What's up?
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas. We in here. I haven't talked to all y'all in a minute. How you been? How you been, Juan?
Great, fantastic. Couldn't wait to get on the show.
Yeah.
And see the crew.
All right, all right. Corey, how you been, bro? How baby Ezra?
All is well. You know, dad life to the fullest.
I heard that.
Getting it in.
Okay. Julian, what's up? You saying you just came back from the beach? What's going on at the beach?
Oh, man, you know, just a little dinner, a little ceviche by the water. Nothing major, you know.
Okay.
See,
Any
and when
ladies accompanying you?
man, you know, right now I'm just, you know, I'm talking to a certain special somebody right now. So, you know, we taking this slow. That's it.
Hey,
Feel me?
Okay, JP, I see you.
You know what I'm saying?
I see you.
We got a good speed. That's
We
about it.
ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it, baby. All right, okay. Anyways, this is a basketball, football show, sports. So we're gonna jump right into it, guys. NBA. Fellas, I got a question. Who is the top NBA player under the age of 25? I'm gonna start with you, JP. Who do you think
Ooh,
is the
Tatum.
top player under 25?
Tatum.
Tatum. Ooh, you're the one that's going Tatum today. Okay. And how old is Jason
Yeah.
Tatum? Is he what, 23, 24?
just turned 23.
Okay.
He just turned 23 like the last 2 days, right? It's his
Yeah.
birthday, right? Yep.
Got you. And
Yeah, Tatum, bro. He
why so? Why so Tatum? Why a Celtic? Are you serious?
You know what? That's even more of why I would say him, because it's hard for me to, like, you know, my Laker pride, I have to put that aside. But just as a hooper and just looking at it like straight up, you know, I think we can all agree, man, he's big time. He's big time since he first came in. So you just look at him like he went to the Eastern Conference Finals. And the other two, I would say, that I had when I did this question were was it Booker and Mitchell?
Oh, okay.
And you know, but the difference between them two and Tatum for me is that I just feel like Tatum showed us a little bit more maturity earlier on, right out the gate, and his potential. You know, he hasn't like me personally. He hasn't really you know, let me down in the sense of like he's a lot better than what I thought he was. And he's a lot more promising. So just because of the question you asked me of the age, that's why. Just because of him.
But has he really been out? Has he really flashed more than a player like Booker? 75 in a game.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why.
And he's had better teams to work with too.
I'm going to tell you the difference. Only because Booker is playing with the Suns. Tatum plays for the Celtics. When you play for an organization that is looking to win championships, there's a lot more pressure every day in and out.
Oh yeah.
So
okay, I
you know
can
what I
agree with
mean?
that.
Like, so it's just like, imagine if Tatum was on the Suns and he had no cares in the world and all he had to do was go out there and drop 30 every night and not have to worry about getting W's. The politics of the game, the rotations, and then playing guys like Kyrie, you got Rozier, you got perennial all-stars on your team, and you're still outshining these guys. So, you know, that's why I have to say Tatum.
Okay. Tatum's a good pick. All right. Corey, who do you have under 25?
So y'all know I love Tatum,
Exactly.
but I gotta go with Booker. I got Booker on this one. You know, he's solid.
tough.
I mean, he's got that Mamba mentality in him, and that's what I look for. I mean, you know, growing up a Kobe fan, I look to see who has that killer instinct, and I think Booker's got it. Tatum definitely brought up in a better organization, better coaching, better teammates. But I mean, we're seeing what Booker's doing now with a solid team,
Yeah.
and I think it's kudos to him. And my underdog though is I like De'Aaron Fox a lot, man. I think he's really slept on being in Sacramento.
A little recency bias star because we just got beat by them by 1 point.
Nah. I mean, they get no shine whatsoever. They get no looks whatsoever. De'Aaron Fox is balling over there, bro.
Definitely.
Like literally,
He got his max contract, right? He got his max. Like he
Yep.
earned that. He really earned that for sure. I agree
23
with
years
that.
old.
That's
too.
a good one. I forgot about that one. That's a
He
good
could
one.
be the fastest player in the NBA too. Like moving with the ball, he's crazy. Dude.
He's ridiculous.
He's crazy. Juan, who is the best player in the league under 25?
Since you guys all went with typical sexy picks, I'm gonna go with the ultimate antagonist in this group of superstars, and I'm gonna say, drum roll, please. Anybody? Please. Bam Adebayo.
Oh, wait,
Oh.
curveball!
Hey, I'm not mad at you for that one.
I'm not mad at it.
mad at you for that one.
I was not expecting that one. I was not
Oh.
expecting that. You just
He's
I was looking
definitely most
at
slept
that
on.
list, and that list is stacked. It is stacked.
Yeah.
So I just went with the guy that's kind of. I like the underdog guys, the worker guys. You know, Bam Adebayo just puts his hat on and goes to work every day.
he does.
That's a good one. That's a good one right there,
think-
man.
In that list, he's the one guy that has to work to even get his touches. You know, and he gets it anyway. You know, and he gets them anyway. It's not like they run
Yep.
the offense through him. He's not bringing the ball up the floor, but
He pla-
he gets
he
his
plays
buckets, he gets
in
his
that
rebounds.
Miami, in that
Miami.
Miami, in that Miami role, he kind of plays like Jokic. Like he distributes the ball a lot too. He makes some good passes. He's a real good player all around, defense and offense. That's a good pick, Juan. I was not expecting that.
And he's been to the finals. Talking about Jason.
And-
Tatum.
yeah. Shoot, and he's been to the finals. You guys left off Luka? What?
Yeah, Luka. You know what? The other two, I'm gonna tell you the other two. I'm gonna say this, Tone. Before you go, the other two I would say is obviously Ball and Luka. And the only reason why I was gonna say those two was because they played pro before they played in the NBA.
True that. They definitely.
But you know what I mean?
Both
Like,
of them. LaMelo,
but they don't do it. They don't like for what Star was saying. Like with Booker, come on, bro. We're talking about Booker and Tatum. But I could see Juan with the underdog. I feel you on that with the Bam. He's a
Luka's
good one.
a good one too. Luka's a good one.
That's a good one though.
Luka's
Luka is
crazy
real.
right now. And LaMelo, I can't say it's too early because he's balling and he's got a lot of confidence. He's already looking like, as a rookie, he's probably looking better than Tatum did as a rookie. You know what I mean? If you look at him as just a rookie. Because Tatum was still getting his feet wet kind of his rookie year.
Keep in mind,
Melo's
though,
gonna be good, bro.
He's in a worse team. I like to quote Jason Van Gundy on this. And when a player looks really good on a bad team, it's like somebody's got to score the points. Somebody's got to get the rebounds.
Yeah.
So when you're on a not a great team, you're gonna shine a little better. I mean, I think he is a good player,
but I think right now they're in the playoff
better than
contention,
he
man.
probably really is at this point.
But I think the Hornets, I don't know, maybe they fell out of playoff contention. I think they might be fighting for some this year. I'm not sure. But
Luka's nice, really, really nice. But I don't like his game that much, dog.
What do you mean? Corey? What do you mean? You don't like Luka's game? Ryan, Corey don't like Luka's game.
He does. He has an ugly game. It's like, you know who he plays like to me? He plays like Paul Pierce, honestly.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
He plays like Paul Pierce. He's
But
like
he's-
an old
I didn't
man.
like Paul Pierce's game either.
He's like a lot of
Like,
shoulder shivers.
why you moving so slow at 8?
He has a lot of shoulder shivers. It's just a lot of
It's so
slights.
dirty. And you got his
Yeah.
step back is so clean. His handle is better than
He's not.
Like,
He's mentally ahead. He's mentally ahead. But physically, when you watch him on the eye test, you're like Corey said, I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like
he's nice, but he's not who I prefer to watch and play like.
Really? He be breaking dudes off. Like even when
Of course.
when they played the Clippers, he was getting buckets at will on Paul George, and that's a great defender. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was impressive.
Maybe Paul George thought it was the playoffs.
Nice one. Nice.
you know, Tone, Tone, you know how you asked the question about like the players, all like who's the best under 25? You know, like when I look at them, okay, like I look at the players that are not on the good teams. Like we could look at, like you said, the LaMelos or, you know, the young players that haven't got on a team. But then like even the Booker before this year, like, you know, like they don't have the chance to play for the championship, but they are auditioning because it's like when their contracts come up or whatever, you know, in their later parts of their career, it's like when they're in the position to win the championship, it's like that's why you're seeing right now the group of like, you know, I would say like the class of guys that are like between 28 and 32 years old right now, and all those perennial
Coming into full
all-stars
form right now.
Right. So, you know, like the difference between like the guys that I look at, like answering your question is like, you know, like, okay, even looking at like if Ball was on a team that was winning the championship right now, like, what do you think he was? Do you think he would really be that good, or is like Juan said, is he just hyped up because he makes a no-look pass for the Hornets?
No, you're right. You're right.
You know?
You're definitely right. I think LaMelo, he's actually benefiting from the fact that Charlotte was butt before he got there. But I think the ascension of the team and the franchise, like, I think they're like in the playoff race right now. So that's a lot more than they were last year. That speaks a lot to what LaMelo's done with that sorry franchise, you know. But
we forget about Luka because he plays like he's 39.
he plays.
We forget that he's under 25.
Yeah, dude, he got that old man game. He does.
He does, though.
The best, probably, honestly, the best all-around player in that class right now, legitimately, is Jokic. He's as far as what he means to a team.
He's under 25.
Yeah, he's 25.
Okay.
He's very consistent, man. He's very consistent.
He is probably the best, honestly, like you said, most valuable player out of all those players we
on their team right now. Like, nothing happens on the floor without it going through him first. Like, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, definitely true. Now, guys, we spent a long time on this topic. We all had different answers. I like that. So next we're going to talk about the Lakers, of course, because tides have shifted. It was looking good when Schroeder came back. You know, we won a couple good games, and then we fell twice. I think we fell to the Suns and we fell to Sacramento in the past couple of days. We just saw the Suns. Who is the bigger threat to us, the Suns or the Utah Jazz? They're number 1 in the West, and the Suns, I think, now are like number 4. They might be number 3. They might be ahead of us. No, they're not. But who is more of a threat, the Jazz or the Suns to the Lakers?
You have to say the Jazz, because the Jazz have already been playoff tested over the last couple years.
True.
The Suns are still coming up. I mean, obviously Chris Paul is helping them and all that stuff, but I think with Chris Paul in there, they're gonna do the same thing Chris Paul teams always do.
Think so?
You know, they may win a couple games in the playoffs, but they're not gonna get past that. The Jazz they overachieved. Then they kind of achieved, and now so they're probably ready to take that next step more than any other team.
They're battle tested, yeah.
With Donovan Mitchell and, you know, Rudy Gobert right there in the middle, just making it difficult for teams to do anything. So the Jazz is definitely in a better position right now.
Okay, Juan. Corey, how do you feel about this?
Yeah, I agree with Juan. I think it's the Jazz. I think they just have a deeper squad. I mean, everybody knows their role. Not counting so much on one person. And with Conley, I know they lost yesterday, but with Michael Conley in there, man, they look unstoppable.
Yeah, and underrated player, Joe Ingles. He's kind of got like that old man game, but he's nice. He plays really well. And Clarkson off the bench.
Clarkson's nice off the bench.
Yeah, old alumni Laker, you know. He's balling out there. I think he might win 6th Man of the Year if he keeps balling the way he is.
He should.
Good. JP, how do you feel? The Jazz or the Suns? Tell me.
I'm going the Suns.
All right.
I'm going the Suns. Yeah, I think the Suns just because they're more like just the fact of Chris Paul, his factor, and I think that Booker is more poised than Donovan Mitchell. I think that when it comes down to it, when you get to the 7-game series and it starts to get the pressure of the games, I feel like that all that depth of the Jazz starts to crumble, and you really only you got Gobert and you got Mitchell. And then you're looking for Clarkson, you're looking for Ingles to make big plays, but do they really do it? And I think that Booker's star power is going to be something that Mitch, like, they're going to have to match Booker. Like, he's going to, like, but at the same time, he could be the difference maker. If he doesn't bring that intensity and set the tone, then the Suns don't have a chance. But however, if he plays with that extra special, you know, star power that we've seen him exhibit, as well as the leadership of Chris Paul with those other pieces and him just being the calm and the storm around all those other guys around him, I think in a 7-game series, I fear the Suns more than the Jazz, just because I feel like the Jazz are more predictable. They're more like, we see what they are. You know what I mean? It's kind of like there's no kind of like surprise with them.
I side with you, Jay, because I think the Jazz, when it comes down to it, like last year, they played against a team and they got outshot by Jamal Murray and Jokic. I think Booker is a better bucket getter than them. Like, I think it's going to come down to, like you said, in the playoffs, those last couple possessions, who has the better bucket getter? It's probably Booker's probably the best one. He probably out of that bunch. With the leadership of Chris Paul, they're pretty deep. They got a bunch of players that play wing. Mikal Bridges, watch out for that boy. He's nice. Like I like.
They're hungry. They're hungry.
I like them.
I feel like the Suns, just because they're hungrier and they're not like the Jazz, obviously have more to lose. You know, like a team like the Suns, they don't really have nothing to lose. They're more hungrier. They're more dangerous to me than because of like just that wild factor of Booker. It's like if we don't have nobody to contain him, you know, he could really go off on us. But I just feel like the Jazz is more of a collected effort, so they need more things to go right for them to really beat us. Like it's more of like a formal type of game with them rather than playing the Suns.
I see you over there. You want to tap in? You want your last word on that?
You know, unpredictable has never really won championships. Usually Spurs.
Yeah.
You know,
the well-oiled machines is what you're saying. The well-oiled machines.
That's what usually wins championships. Usually, and the reason why is because playoff series are just so long in basketball. You know, 7-game series, 4 rounds. You know, or 3 rounds to get to the to the ship. Like it's not like football. Football you can get on a run. You win 3 games in a row in the playoffs, and you're in the Super Bowl. You know.
Yeah.
But it's just because it's one game. But basketball, over a 7-game series, predictable will get you a couple games. I mean, unpredictable gets you a couple games, but usually coach figures it out. You know, they make adjustments, and the machine or the whatever the wheelhouse has been turning the longest usually wins.
Who's the Suns coach? I'm drawing a blank. Y'all know
Monty.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this though. Let me say this though. I think out of all 10 guys on the basketball court, Devin Booker is the best player out of 10 guys on the court.
Yeah,
so if you get him hot for a 3-game series in a row, in three games in a row, he's the hottest player on the court. That's going to be difficult for us to guard him. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, like the Jazz is like they're a lower grade of pretty much of the best best version of what we're going to face.
I keep
like,
saying
they're just
that,
a lower grade.
JP,
like,
they're number 1 in the West. I keep saying that, but they're number 1 in the West. And it's not like it's their first rodeo.
We're going to see in the playoffs,
It
bro.
really is their
we'll
first
see in the
rodeo
playoffs
right now.
Monty Williams is the head coach of the Suns.
Okay.
And all this to be said, who's really going to beat the Lions, though? Like, is the Gazelle going to beat the Lion? No. Come on, Lakers got this, dog.
Lakers got it.
Yeah, exactly.
So still, Corey, I'm trying to get y'all to say there's a threat for the Lakers. It's not Brooklyn. It's not the Clippers. It's not the Jazz. It's not the Suns. Come on.
It's definitely Brooklyn.
No, it's the Nets. It's the Nets.
Definitely
It is the
Brooklyn.
Nets.
Okay,
It is
all
the
right.
Nets.
All right. At least we all agree on that. Guys. Fellas, we have come to the halfway point of the show. We're chopping basketball, but we're going to get to some football on the second half of the show. When we come right back on the Faithful Fan Show, stay tuned.
Sí or no?
So, Jay, you speak fluent Spanish.
Sí. Hola, Juan. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigo? Hola. Buenas noches, mi carnal. Mucha suerte, papá.
Oh, wait, Jay. Who you calling Papa, dog? Hold up.
Hey, it's a form of expression here in Latin America that they use. You feel me?
No, you have
It's just like, you know, mi hermano, mi brother. It's just something that when you see a real one, you know, you're not saying like father or nothing like that. It's just something like they say to you. It's like a salute. You feel me?
So when you see me in the streets, you're gonna be like, "What's up, Poppy?"
I'm gonna be like, nah, like honestly, honestly, the only time I'm gonna say that
He
is
didn't
like,
say yeah.
like if I see you in a compromising situation, and I have to remind you like you're a king, or you know, like you're better than that. Like, oh, okay, on the Poppy, like que paso, like
Got you.
You know, like don't trip or something like that. Like that would probably be, or if I haven't seen you in a while, like if we're really close friends, like that's the probably only time I'll probably drop that. You feel me?
I feel you, Jay.
Yeah.
It's a good time to bring up that I look fat. Look at my cheeks, dog.
You
Hey,
look like you're out there in the lights, in the Friday night lights, Juan. All right, welcome back to the Faithful Fan Show. Fans, I hope you're having fun. We was talking NBA last segment, and now we're switching to the NFL. Fellas, breaking news. J.J. Watt has left the Houston Texans, and he's traveling. He's taking his talents to the NFC West with the Cardinals. How do we feel about this, Juan? How do we feel
This is
about
great.
it?
This is good. I don't know that it's going to make the Cardinals that much better, but it's good. I think the Cardinals are a fun team to watch, and they're going to get a lot of TV time with J.J. Watt down there, and I don't know that they're going to move up a couple spots or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Does this make them a
Good.
playoff? Does this make them – because last year they were kind of on the cusp. Are they
Well,
in there?
honestly, it just depends on, if the drama with Russell Wilson amounts to anything, and Drew Brees with the Saints, and if any of those things amount to anything that's gonna mess up the NFC, the top of the NFC, then the Cardinals. But until we find out for sure what's going on over there, the Cardinals are still that they're still the second tier team in the NFC. But they're fun to watch though. They're cool. They're fun to watch. I like them.
All right. No playoffs though. Corey, how do you feel about J.J. Watt coming to the NFC, dog?
I'm just happy that he got out of Houston. Houston's turning into a ish show right now.
They don't deserve him.
Nah, they need to just clean house and start over. Maybe become the Oilers again.
Oh my God.
But
those jerseys would be hard right now. But go ahead.
But no, honestly, the NFC West is gonna be exciting again. We'll see what happens with San Francisco when they get all their players back out of this COVID stuff. I mean, they got squads still.
Yeah.
Rams, we saw what they did with Stafford, and then Seattle's always up there. So I think it's gonna be exciting. It'll make it much more interesting. And they were already interesting last year, so we shall see.
Let's see. Competitive. Hey, JP, how you feel about J.J. Watt coming to your division? No, you 49ers, right? I know your family's 49ers.
Yeah, they're Niners over there. NFL, I'm coming from Cali, man. Growing up, I went to a lot of different football games. So like, I'm a USC football fan. Like, but NFL, I like the players. I love the game. I'm just a fan of the game in general. So
I got you.
Yeah, but like, I just think it's that gives them a good boost for their defense. I think that, they're them going with him, it's like Juan said, it gives them another big name over there for the TV.
They're getting a
and the ESPN to get.
Year.
They were 8-8, right? They were 8-8, right? They finished 8-8. So
the Cardinals this year, I think.
Yeah. So, hopefully that helps them, lose a couple losses and get a couple victories on that side, with him being over there.
Okay, fellas. So do any of us have the Cardinals winning the division?
No.
No. So it did a little bit, but in the grand scheme of things, probably not. I think
it's better for him than it is for the teams.
I agree. Good place for him to end up. Okay, so fellas, we're gonna switch. Corey, the good old Saints. Drew Brees. Breaking news, guys. Drew Brees is not retiring. He's coming back. He wants to do it again. He wants another shot at this thing. I'm gonna let you start it. How do you feel about it?
I think everybody was so thinking that he was going to retire, that they were ready for him to retire. I think Michael Thomas was ready for him to retire.
Oh, damn, his receivers?
Yeah, they just didn't have the same chemistry this year, and you could see it. I just think that it's his time to step back. Hopefully he's coming in as like a coach, on-the-field coach type of thing, rather than –
So like backup? You think he'll put QB2?
Something like that. But, either way, we need a real quarterback. Like, Jameis is cool, but I was really hoping that we could do something where we
What about Taysom? What about Taysom, dog?
Taysom's not the starter, but he's a great football player. Don't get me wrong. He's a great football player, but we need somebody like 24 years old, somewhere like that we could train up that has a lot of upside.
Okay.
And I don't think we have that on our team right now.
So there you have it from Corey. The Saints insider says, Drew Brees, we hope he's just a player coach. But anyways, let's go. Juan, how do you feel about this?
There's absolutely no way Drew Brees at 40-something years old is going to come back to the NFL to be a player coach.
He's going to start.
I guarantee you right now he's sleeping with a football in his hand.
Yeah, he wants another.
I know he does.
Yeah,
he wants another one.
He's super bitter. Supposedly, he had a torn rotator cuff, all that.
Broken ribs.
Yeah, there's no way he's coming back to just, to carry a clipboard. So, I think if
You got to talk to Peyton, Corey.
heals up.
Talk to Sean Payton.
if he heals up and he hangs out with Tom Brady or whatever a couple days a week, maybe the Saints do something. You never know. But yeah, it is kind of weird if everybody thinks you're going to retire and then you don't.
It's kind of awkward. The room's awkward, right? The room's going to be
Like,
awkward.
oh shit, what are you doing here?
Yeah, exactly. Wait, what? Like his locker room's got somebody's name on it right now. That's
Exactly.
somebody else.
So
JP,
his number was taken.
It's gonna be tough, but if he has a resurgence, he was still a very good quarterback. He's all time Hall of Famer, all that. So we'll see.
JP. So how do you feel about it, dude? Is this a good or bad move for the Saints?
Man, going to my big cousin right there in the corner, that's who that nation expert. He gonna tell you straight up. I'm right there with him. The only thing he should be doing is trying to come back and wait his turn for like maybe a couple drives, game-winning saves. If they go deep in the playoffs and they get a good quarterback, he can lend his mental side to it and maybe make a couple he can make big plays in certain games, but consistently, if he tries to be the starter and play the whole season, look what's happening to him. He has to see that he has to listen to his body and be a smart man. You know what I mean?
It seems like for a while now, the long ball's been gone for him. He ain't really chucking it down the field.
Long ball's been gone. He's small for the position already.
He's small, man. He's not like Tom Brady. Tom Brady's tall, bro.
True.
Like Brees is short, man. He's short and but don't get me wrong. Hold on, time out.
Yeah, it says the 6'6" guy.
Exactly.
Whatever, Jay. Nigga, I'm 5'8".
He's a Hall of Famer, bro.
What,
He's
Jay?
a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. Don't get it wrong. He is a Hall of Famer, undeniably one of the best to ever quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's got some of the most yards on that field. However, right now, he needs to put his pride aside and realize, if he really cares about his team and really wanting to help his team win the championship and get the Super Bowl, the ultimate winner and the ultimate teammate would be him lending his mental to a younger quarterback and helping the young guy who has the athleticism and really showing him the little nicks and knacks.
They could trade Sam Darnold.
Yes, Jay. So before Jay gets all the short people in the nation mad, we're gonna cut the show to an end. We do love you.
We do love you, Drew Brees, though.
We do love you, Drew Brees, even though you're 5'10". Me, Corey, Juan, we're all under 5'10". We love you, Doc. JP 6'6". We don't care. Faithful fans, thank you for joining us. Thank you, brothers, for spending this time with me talking sports. Fans, get at them if you disagree. Please, we encourage this type of debates. We encourage it. On the Faithful Fan Show next time. Da, 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 da.
Ricky in the paint, going hard with the vet. Shot so much, man, I think I need a leg. I need a leg in the paint, going hard with the vet. I need a leg so much, man, I think I need a leg. Animal, MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm obvious and real, my rhymes convict and heal. A world blind, my lies a red pill, real. Ball like I've been here, rookie in his prime. Focus like Jordan the second time. Kobe in playoff times, you know fully when I drop. Call for it, Kalinko in the Bleezo spit. Auto like free throws by Ito. Jerk loose stroke magic. Rhymes over all y'all like Dirk for two. Rookie in the game, insane, coming